Yo, what is up, guys, and welcome back to our channel. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Nick.
And we're gonna get back into another episode of Vinland Saga. And last time, oh man. I liked the ending last time where, Einar kind of said something where it's like, he kind of casually mentioned, Thorfinn being his friend, and Thorfinn's like, friends? And yeah, and they said, oh, I guess we are friends. Oh, I kind of like that, man, where Thorfinn finally has a friend, where I feel like in Season 1, he didn't really have that. He had Askeladd, not really his friend. Of course, he was just trying to kill him, even though those two kind of grew together. And then, he had Prince Canute. Again, I wouldn't really say they were friends, more of acquaintances, I guess, but... but now I feel like he actually has a true friend now, which I think is kind of good for him. He's struggling with a lot, especially like his past. So to have somebody there with him, who will actually like be by his side like 24/7 basically, it's kind of nice. And we saw them grow together throughout this season so far, but we also saw something interesting. So of course they needed a horse, because pulling those stumps up by themselves was so hard. And they actually ran across this old man who was able to give it to them in exchange for some, chores around the house, and things like that. Who actually turned out to be Ketil's father, the master's father of the land they work on. So that was very interesting how they just kind of ran into him, and how he just kind of, accepted them to just kind of give him a horse. But yeah, it was very interesting to meet Ketil's father, and very interesting to see how that whole dynamic is going to play out, especially with Snake, because we know he's there, just kind of protecting his father and protecting the land with, I believe it was 13 other guards. But yeah, man, I think it's getting very interesting so far. It's not, like your typical anime so far, because it's more like a farming simulator, but
Okay.
but yeah, man, it is still interesting, which is kind of surprising me. I never would have thought, if you told me, yeah, Vinland Saga Season 2 is going to be a farming simulator, the anime, and it's all going to be about farming and planting and cutting down trees, I was like, I don't want to see that. But now that I'm actually seeing it, it's like, you know what? They found a way to make it actually fun and interesting, which is very, props to Mappa, honestly. But yeah, man, I'm really excited for this next episode to see how it's going to go.
Last episode, man, in the beginning, you can just help but feel kind of like bad for Einar and Thorfinn, bro. They're like throwing their back out just to pull out one tree stump, right? And the people, they wouldn't like allow them to have a horse because they're slaves, right? And that really, would stink for them if they didn't have a horse. Luckily, we talk about Ketil's father. We met him. We were like, oh, who's this guy? And he said, okay, yeah, if you work for me, if you, do this, do some chores around the place for me, I will let you use his horse. And, luckily he was the man of his word and got him the two horses, but we figured out later that he was Ketil's father. And that is huge. Like, because I don't even know really understand this. I think that's so huge for Einar and for Thorfinn to be on the good side of Ketil's dad. I think that's really going to come into play for them in the future, like having that good relationship, working for him, etc. And not to mention, already he let them eat with him. Like, that's like unheard of, right? Especially as a slave, like they're slaves, and the fact they were able to eat with him, like one of the most like well-known famous guy in the whole entire land, like in that whole farm land, that was like huge for them. So that was really cool. And then also the friendship bond at the end was really awesome as well. How Einar, you are my friend, and that's pretty cool that Thorfinn actually now has an official friend, which he never had. So this next episode is going to be great, and I can't wait to see what goes on next.
Yeah, that's right. And if you guys want to see the rest of our Vinland Saga Season 2 reactions, then make sure you hit the subscribe and the like button, and that notification bell to be notified when we release more of our content. And click the links down below for our social medias. Check all those out. We have some for you to follow there. And also drop a comment down below for anything you guys want to talk about. What did you think of this episode right here? What do you think what's going to go on? What's going to go on in future episodes? How do you think this is all going to play out? But yeah, we're really interested to see what you guys think. But yeah, I'm really excited to get into this episode. So without further ado, let's get into Vinland Saga Season 2, Episode 7.
Oh, yeah, so they're hunting thieves.
Right, some sort of bandits or something. Dude, this man got decked in the face by Snake last time.
Yeah, true.
I mean, kind of deserved to, but...
Right. To the ocean.
Oh, yeah, this girl.
Oh, yeah, this girl, yeah.
Ooh, look at my man Einar, dude. He's gotten the patch going a little bit.
Dang, bro. I mean, true.
Yeah, but these guys seem to be very, very nice, so... I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe Ketil was a slave, or his father, or something before.
Huh.
Okay.
Dude, it's so weird to see Thorfinn with a goatee, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what am I looking at? I'm just really curious. How long have they been there now for?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, like, I don't know. Maybe like half a year to a year, maybe.
Hey, let's go. Yo, for real?
Bruh.
Didn't expect that.
Sometimes I forget not everyone is as nice to slaves as Ketil and his father are.
True.
Yeah, look at that. Actually got a farm going. And earn their freedom. Yep.
Yep.
I kind of assumed that was just the deal for every slave there, is it not? Dude, he is intense. What the heck?
Yo, I've never seen. What the?
He is going at it. Oh.
Yeah. Bruh.
Dude, dude, he is really intense.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, Thorfinn's never done anything like this before.
I mean, he's grown up with it though because of the Danes, like,
Yeah.
like when they would invade a lot of like Christian, villages.
Yeah, like England and yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, Thorfinn probably never grew up with like the Norse gods or whatever.
No.
I don't know.
Well, to be fair, he was born and well, not raised, but lived a little bit in Iceland for a while. So
Yeah, far away from from Denmark.
yeah, yeah.
Thorgil. Everybody's just named after Thor, aren't they?
Yeah, Thor. Right. Thor's had the best name though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And
Speaking
to
of
be fair,
Canute,
sorry, and to be fair, like out of any Norse god, like come on, it would be Thor, wouldn't it?
It wouldn't be. It would be Thor.
戦場に出してみちゃどうだい。冗談じゃないわ。あいつの腕前で戦なんぞ。
I really want to see Canute meet Thorfinn again. I think that'd be really interesting.
Right.
ありゃ旦那じゃないですか。おお、やっぱりトールギルか。いつ戻った。5、6日前だ。親父殿と会ってな。ついでに。
Dad, are they brothers?
しぶといな。まだ死なねえ。あんたに稽古つけてもらったおかげだよ。その引いているのはなんだ。
Oh, the thieves.
ほら、早くしろ。
Oh, they're kids.
コソ泥です。旦那に引き渡そうとも手口の似た盗みが続いてましてね。まあ全部こいつの仕業かな。
The boy kind of looks like, or at least his face does, kind of looks like Thorfinn a little bit when he was younger.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
一応仕置きをお願いします。
Oh no, something bad happened to him. Yeah, that's the same face Thorfinn had before.
Oh,
兄ちゃん手が痛い
Stur.
死んじゃうの兄ちゃんがついてる
それぞれの部族が点で勝手に目標を攻撃するんだ。
You know, they talked about it a little bit earlier, but like, I kind of just assumed that the deal for every slave was, you know, you go on a farm, you plant, and you sell back to earn your freedom. But with somebody like Arnheid, who is not a farmer, she's just like a servant, you know, that helps around the house and cooks and cleans.
Right,
How does she earn her freedom back, or if you know if she does it all?
right.
実力主義上等だぜ。さすが我が弟だ。土産をやろうかな。
Oh, little brother. So
Yeah.
he's Ketil's son?
They don't look anything alike though.
Yeah. Well, I can maybe see it, but
Well, I could see him being Ketil's son, not.
the brothers, yeah.
Yeah, no.
ブランド人。
Oh,
That is really disgusting though. What the heck?
そんなことでどうする。俺たちは鉄拳ケティルの息子なんだぞ。
Iron Fist Ketil. Oh, is that like his warrior name or something?
頃の伝説だぞ。
Yep.
怪力で壊れちまうもんだからよ。素手で戦うらしいんだ。それでいて。
The only person to
Kinda
fight
like-
like that was Thor's.
I was about to say that, yeah.
Because Iron Fist, that's actually a really cool name too.
前もっと親父を尊敬しろ。旅の疲れもあるだろう。そろそろ奥で休みなさい。そんなにやわじゃありませんぜ。わかりました。鉄拳ケティル殿。すみませんが、お休みの前に。
So, you know, if his son didn't know about Iron Fist Ketil, then I'm assuming that Ketil's maybe not very too proud of his past life.
I mean, it
That's why he
seemed.
keeps it quiet.
I mean, there's a lot of people that have the same kind of thought process with that.
あら、
Right.
はいえ。
I mean, that's why Thor went to Iceland, dude. He didn't want anything to do with that life.
さあ、名前を。
失礼妹
Stur and Thora. Another one named after Thor.
Right.
お前たちを弁護する者はいるかね。身内は他に母親と赤ん坊がいます。母親は病気で伏せってたんで、父親は行方知れずです。
父ちゃんは素ので去年の秋野菜を売りに行ったまま
お前たちの祖父の名はボウではないかね。
Oh.
旦那様に時代の借金をしています。最近顔を見せないと思ったら死んでんな。そりゃ1年帰ってこねえんだ。それ
違う父ちゃんはちょっと出かけてるだけだ
For a year? I don't know.
しかしこの頃はまだしもヤバイの母親とは
Oh, is this hitting home for him?
この二人は何を盗んだんだ。
Dude, probably.
余罪は多数ですが、とりあえず脅して言わせたのではないだろうな。袋が空になるまでの間だけ正直にや仕置きも軽くすんぜ。
Bruh.
ほとんど脅しだそれは。身に覚えがないならこれで吐かないでしょ。なら話は早い。
One arm.
妹はまだ小さいんだ勘弁して
なら妹の
Bruh.
Bruh, they're literal children.
切断だ。
Bruh. Bro.
ああいった手前俺としちゃ軽めでお願いしたいんだけど。恐ろしい。わしの息子とは到底思えん。
Yeah.
なぜわしのところに。
Yeah, he can't look weak in front of his men, but at the same time, they're
He,
they're
he's
kids.
right. He's gonna have to create some.
私は反対です。死刑
Dude, Potter for the win, dude.
少年に重罰を与えるのはどうかと考えます。両腕を切り落としては使い物になります。
Is he saying to put them to work?
スチュ
Yeah.
Or at least him.
盗みの損害と父親の借金を回収すべき。この子たちに
There you go.
返してもらいましょう。
A lot better than losing both arms.
旦那様が貸し与えた土地の耕作を一人前の働き手に育てば、今回の損害は今後盗みを働く必要もなくなる。損害は回収せねばならん。果ては以上の理由から大打ちなどが妥当。
Okay. You know, I was just about to say, Potter seems like a very nice guy. He doesn't want to hurt children. And he just goes, let's beat him.
さすがに全く折檻なしというわけにはいきませんよ。しつけてやるのもこいつらのためです。
Bruh. Come on now.
さて何回ですか？
You can see, of course, he doesn't want to do it.
10回。10回ずつね。
And of course, he's probably going to want to take all 20 for his sister. Yeah.
面白い。いい度胸だ。親父だろ。俺にやらせてくれ。
No!
Bruh. He's literally more beefier, dude. Don't do that.
Yeah, he is not going to hold back, dude.
軽くだぞ。へいへい。
This 300-pound gorilla of a man.
Bruh. That was considered gentle. He like probably broke a rib.
待て。やめろトールギル。わしがやる。
Oh, you can see how he doesn't want to do it. But he has to do it himself, otherwise it's just going to be worse.
鉄拳なんぞ。育児なしでは生きていけんのだ。だがわしに当然のように。わしは恐ろしい。息子のトールギルが。暴力が恐ろしいのだ。
悪いことであるはずはありませんわ。私が知っております。
そう言ってくれるのは何もかも全て話せるのはお前がいなかったの。この世は
Dang, bruh. Bro, dude, like, man. Ketil, man, you felt so bad for him, man. Just like, how broken he seemed about just these kids. Like, obviously, they kind of got brought in the wrong crowd. They had kind of a weird upbringing, and now they kind of had to result in, stealing because their dad went to go get vegetables and never came back, right? So they had to result in stealing because they probably couldn't afford anything anymore. So it's like, dang, man, like, it just felt so conflicted because he knew that they had to be punished because he would seem weak if he didn't punish him. But at the same time, he didn't want to punish him at all. So, man, yeah, that was a great episode to me. It got a lot more depth with Ketil and like kind of how he feels on everything. Also getting introduced, or at least we haven't seen him in a while. I don't think Thorgil, right? Thorgil is his name?
No, we haven't. I don't think we've ever seen him. This is the first time we've seen him.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think we've seen him. Just in case somebody's like, we saw him for like 30 seconds in one episode.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Thorgil, yeah. So we got to meet him. That guy seems like a beast. That guy seems like he out there for real on the battlefield. But yeah, man. So got introduced to him. He really resembles Ketil. He really resembles him. So, yeah, so that was kind of cool to get introduced to him. But then we also got Thorfinn and Einar, going to work, planting crops, trying to figure out ways to buy their freedom. And obviously the way they're doing right now is planting, selling the crops, and repeating to where they would be able to afford to buy their freedom. And dude, all I gotta say is Einar's so extra. He is so extra, dude. He, prayer is a great thing. Praying to Yahweh, that's awesome. And but he's like yelling at the top of his lungs,
banging his head against the ground, and
he's like, pray to Yahweh, and that was cool. But this man was screaming, and Thorfinn, like the way he grew up, that wasn't the case at all. And so he was very bamboozled he kind of, well, he wasn't raised, but he's definitely been around the culture because of all the villages he's raided. So he's familiar, but he doesn't really know what to do. So he's just Einar, man, he's just a character. But yeah, man, dude, this episode was great. I really loved Ketil in this episode, like his vulnerability. So I thought it was really cool. But yeah, man, I'm really excited for next episode, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah, bro, and we really got to see the contrast between characters here. Of course, we got introduced to Ketil's son, Thorgil, and how ruthless and terrible and just like, I don't know, just, you know how he is, but the contrast between him and his father, where Ketil is just caring and loving, and he seems to want to do good by people, and he understands people. Like, you really see the contrast between those two, between father and son, and how Ketil really only seems to be really the only guy in this entire farm who actually seems to be genuinely like a good guy. Like, you know, like we knew Podger for a while. We knew he like helped Einar and Thorfinn with trying to find a horse. He's the retainer. He takes care of them. He you know, the food. And I thought, oh yeah, he's a good guy. He's gonna stick up for the children, and he did. Kind of, by saying, you know, no, let's not cut off their arms, guys. That's terrible. Put them to work, and they'll repay their father's debt while earning money for food in the process. And I thought, yeah, honestly, that's a pretty good idea. He's, you know, he's 12. I mean, it's like child labor, but at the same time, like, they didn't have that back in the day.
Right.
Like, you know, Ketil gets, you know, the payment paid off. The kid gets money for food. Everybody's kind of happy. Win-win. The kid's going to steal either way, so he might as well work for it, you know? But then he goes, yeah, let's do that. But how about a beating as well? You know, we got to beat some kids. And I'm like, bro, you almost had me with the, you know, we'll put him to work and he'll repay his debt. And then he just had to go with also throw in a little beating in there. And like, I really thought Potter was like a good guy, and he seems to be comparatively from the rest of them
a good guy.
But Ketil seems to really be the only guy who actually cares, and who actually cares about other people and kids. Like, not hurting kids. They're literal children. Like, the oldest one is, you know, he's 12. And, you know, speaking of him, I thought it was really cool. You know, him actually, like, standing up and saying, hey, I'll take all 20 beatings. And, you know, that's what a sibling should do for, like, I don't know how old she was. She's probably, like, 6 or 7 or something like that. But, you know, a younger sibling. So I thought that was really cool with him. But at the same time, these guys, everybody just seems to be, like, terrible.
Right.
You know what I mean? Except for Ketil. So I'm really glad that Thorfinn and Einar were able to fall into his slave ship. I don't know if that's a word, but you know, subjugation, I guess. But at the same time, it's like everybody around them and everybody besides Ketil is just I'm just starting to hate everybody. But yeah, man, I thought it was a very good episode. It was very different, really emotional. Yeah, man, I'm really excited for the next couple episodes. I'm really excited to see what's going to go on with Thorfinn and Einar. We got a farm going. You know, things are starting to grow. You know, we got some new story here with the kids. I'm excited to see how they're going to play into the plot. But yeah, I think these next couple episodes should be good.
That is right, guys. And if you guys want to see the rest of our reactions to Vinland Saga Season 2, then make sure you guys like and subscribe, and also click on the notification bell to be notified when we release those videos. And yeah, if you guys haven't already, click the links down in the description down below of all of our socials and give them a follow. And also, comment down below what was your favorite part about this episode, man. Because for me, it had to have been Ketil, like, you know, just his vulnerability throughout the whole episode. I think that was just my favorite. It just, like you were saying, it shows the contrast between everybody else besides Einar, Thorfinn, and Ketil. You know, it just shows how much different they are compared to everybody else. But yeah, guys, again, thanks for all the support on this show. You guys have been great, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.